This video is for Melanie Shaw. Melanie Shaw is one of the bravest women in the UK at the moment. She's speaking out about her experiences as a child at Beechwood Children's Home in Nottingham, where over 100 children were seriously abused. Melanie not only suffered abuse herself, but she had to witness the abuse of other children, often very, very grave. Melanie is speaking up about this, and because of her speaking up, she's been persecuted, but she's never giving up. Melanie is a bit like this guy here. She's got her battle scars, you can see them, but she keeps shining through. This is Melanie. She's a great light, and she has a really big heart. Yay, hug me. Sorry, you might think it's a bit naff, but I wanted to show you that Melanie is somebody with a really caring heart. Even though she's been persecuted and criticised, she's even been to prison, she keeps fighting. And the reason she's fighting is because she knows that to stand up for the truth is what must prevail. And she's not only standing up for a better life for herself and her family, she's standing up for all those other survivors, many of whom can't stand up for themselves. So I just wanted to say thank you so much, Melanie. You're inspiring everybody and changing all of our lives. Now, Melanie's had a problem lately. The persecution is carrying on, and the council today are trying to evict Melanie from her home. They're putting pressure on Melanie because Melanie will not kowtow. Melanie will not be silenced. She wants the truth to come out. I know that Melanie's been living for a long time in a nice house in Nottingham. She's got a beautiful garden and she lived there with her son. But very sadly, her son no longer lives with her because her son has been taken into care. Melanie is such a shining example to us all that I know in my heart she is going to win through. She said very bravely that in 4 years' time her son will be old enough to come back and they'll be reunited. But my feeling is that her son will be back much sooner than that, and that Melanie and her boy will be together and they will be happy. Melanie believes in the truth, and she also believes in listening to her inner spirit and listening to God. So I'm going to put Melanie here with this book. You might not be able to see it very well, but it's the Bible. That's because Melanie goes to church and she tries to follow her conscience and she tries to be true to everything that is. So thank you so much, Melanie. And just before I finished, I wanted to show you a picture of the sort of house that I feel you're going to be living in very soon. Here is the beautiful house, and it has a lovely tree. And as you can see, there are some really, really nice flowers in the garden. Melanie's always tended her garden, and it's something that means a great deal to her. You can see there are some people in the house. This is the upstairs bedroom. And this is the upstairs of the house, where a lady who looks a lot like Melanie is watering her plants. There is a very happy future for Melanie, and that is because Melanie follows her heart and gives her very best to everybody. We thank you, Melanie, and we know that justice, the natural justice, will prevail.
We will not be silenced. We will not be intimidated by the police force of Nottingham or any other police force, but we stand up for the Nottinghamshire victims, the children that are being sexually abused, tortured and beaten in the institutions today. Ongoing child abuse, neglect and sexual abuse of children in our county and city today. The Lord gave me a voice and I will use my voice. It's not a criminal offence to use your voice. I don't harass people, intimidate people. I use the voice that God gave me.